what's going on, guys? Sand Motion here, back with another What If on the channel, and in this video, we're continuing the theory of if Goku was born with God Ki. So previously, Trunks had informed the Z-Fighters of the android threat, and after training for 3 years, the androids did not do so well against the group. Thinking they had won, the group celebrated and trained a bit, but before they knew it, Cell had snuck up onto the androids and absorbed them easily. Cell, out and about, the Z-Fighters confronted him, but they didn't do so well, and with all of them down, Goku was their last hope. But Cell took him down without effort and ended up killing him. Gohan lost it after that and had transformed himself into Super Saiyan Blue, or Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Before we begin this part, let's try and hit a like goal of 20 likes, and when we do, I'll continue this part with another theory. I know you guys wanted to see this part greatly because of the like goal on the last one, and how fast you hit it. So, it'll be the same concept for this one. Let's get right into it. With this part starting, Gohan, in Super Saiyan Blue, stares down Cell, then back at his father, who's lying lifeless on the ground. Cell doesn't know what to think. Should he be amused? Should he be scared? Should he just not care because the blue hair did nothing for Goku and Vegeta? Oh, how wrong Cell was. Gohan and Cell charge at each other, and at first, it seems pretty even, but Gohan is clearly toying with Cell. Gohan starts off by first ripping Cell's arms off, then he follows by kicking his legs off, one by one. He's making sure not to kill Cell yet, because he wants Cell to suffer, much like the original. He's blinded by the power. And he also doesn't give Cell the time to regenerate his arms or legs, so he follows with a huge ki blast, enough to hurt him, but not kill him, just yet. Cell then receives a huge gut punch, which makes him spit out 18. Gohan then notices Cell's power and appearance drop, and he tries it again. This time 17 comes out, and now Imperfect Cell is up against Gohan. Now this Cell is going to do absolutely nothing because he can't. Cell doesn't get the chance to blow himself up because Gohan is too quick and kills him pretty easily. Now afterwards, everyone is revived, and since Goku doesn't know Cell was a Red Ribbon Army-ish member, he allowed himself to be revived since he also doesn't think he caused this threat. He doesn't believe that this threat was the last thread of him staying dead, for a long time. So afterwards, what to do with the androids? Now, they're still alive, and Krillin likes 18, so he clearly decides that, he doesn't want them to die, alongside Gohan, who just sees them as people that were abused by a mad scientist. Goku also notes that these androids haven't done anything wrong. They were basically just absorbed by Cell right as they were practically born. Trunks doesn't get the satisfaction of killing 2 sets of androids, but he does end up going to the future, and at least is able to kill 1 set of 18 and 17. But now, we get to the 7-year time gap. I feel like in this series, Shin and Kibito might come a lot earlier because of all the God Ki they sense. Whis from far away is also keeping tabs on the group because he can feel all the God Ki getting up, down, the rage boost, all of it. He's keeping tabs and he knows Beerus is going to be happy when he wakes up. I'm not sure what would become of Gohan here. He's kind of split between studying and training. And I feel like he could manage, but he would still fall behind a little bit, going to about 3rd place in power from 1st. Goku still trains him occasionally, and it just happens like that. Goten is also born, who also has God Ki, and he learns how to control it at a young age. I'm not sure if Goten would learn God yet, but it's totally possible. I'm just gonna leave Goten for this series because I have a whole nother series on Goten where he gets complete light. But we'll see what happens with him later. The group also does not unlock Super Saiyan 2. They don't unlock that stuff simply because they don't know it exists. They have the red and blue forms to work on and master, which has their complete focus. And after a whole lot of training, 5 years pass and both Goku and Vegeta are able to master it. This is when Shin and Kibito decide to come to Earth, sensing that this is the perfect time. They would explain Majin Buu and all, and then say be prepared. The group is and are going to be for the next 2 years, with Shin offering training to everybody. Nobody accepts it, except for Piccolo. Since he is falling behind and is a Namekian, he also shows it as a sign of respect towards the Supreme Kai, alongside knowing he needs to get stronger and make sure a threat like Cell never brings him down again. The group continues to get stronger and train, with Shin training Piccolo, and eventually Shin instructs him to go to the tournament. Now, I feel like Gohan would still be the bait as he uses Super Saiyan instead of God or Blue. Since Gohan still enters the tournament because he's convinced by Videl, he actually ends up going in his normal gi simply because Gohan knows the threat's coming, and Kibito is also on his side here instead of just showing off, hey, let's go get Spopovich and Yamu and get your energy drained. Gohan knows what's coming, so Spopovich and Yamu and eventually do attack Gohan and siphon off his energy, and then they escape. The group is easily able to catch on, and the same thing goes down, except both Krillin and Piccolo are easily able to dodge Deborah's spit. Deborah is then attacked by Vegeta, who is in Super Saiyan, because they still know that form. This is exactly how they act as Super Saiyan Blue, because clearly you need to know Super Saiyan to know that. Now, Vegeta and Deborah are maybe equal in power right here, because I feel like even base Vegeta would be able to beat Deborah. But I'm going to lowball it here and say Super Saiyan Vegeta is stronger than Deborah. But Deborah is still fighting back, and with all of his awesome techniques that I feel like he has, he would still be catching up with Vegeta, who decides he needs to go to God, which he ends up doing so, and then he kills Deborah there and then. Babidi is also chased down, and he can't really control anyone because Vegeta's not all evil, nor is Piccolo and all that. So he's screwed. Shin blows up the ship, and a goose chase is made for Babidi, but he evidently dies from his hands. With this, the group all go back to their daily lives with Majin Buu being stopped. I know the Buu Saga was kind of a bad arc here because it was no Buu Saga, but it does end this way, and this is the most likely way it would end. Piccolo's still training with Shin, while Goku and Vegeta are trying to work together and break through to something else. Not so much work together as just working on their own. They just call it working together because occasionally they end up training. Goku, though, realizes one day there is something he can do to push beyond. It's this really old technique he used against Vegeta. That could work. He thinks. He tries the Kaioken on top of Blue one day, and it doesn't go so well. He tries it, and it kind of works, but then due to the pressure, simply because of the pressure, he drops down to the ground. His body isn't prepared for this just yet, because he doesn't have those 3 years of training in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, alongside all the Whis training. So afterwards, he drops down in Blue, and thinks of something. Maybe Blue won't work, because it's too strong and too uncontrollable, but something he has more experience with is Super Saiyan God. He uses Super Saiyan God, and a fiery red aura erupts around him. He then cries out Kaioken, and another red aura surrounds his God aura. It's actually working. Goku's able to hold this. Now, it's simply because with the years of mental training he is able to do, because he wanted to hold God more, he could probably also hold Kaioken, and probably on top of it as well because he has more experience with God, like I mentioned. Goku is mentally prepared for Kaioken, just not completely physically, so he decides to use a lower form of power. Afterwards, this ends up working out for them, and Vegeta and all is kind of mad, but he tries to break through with his own type of way. He knows that there's something above this, and he needs to evolve into something else. He wants to beat Kakarot, but he just can't get his finger around it just yet. He needs a slight push. 4 years would pass, and Bulma's birthday would come along. Everyone is there, including Goku, but far away, Beerus wakes up and remembers the Super Saiyan God. With Whis' help, they track down the Saiyans, and Whis of course knows about these Saiyans. Whis tells them on the way that these Saiyans are remarkable and have achieved God Ki. Beerus gets a smile on his face, hearing that this is going to be fun to meet his rival. As Beerus then arrives at the party, everybody gets prepared for a threat, but Beerus just joins in, seeing all the delicious food, getting distracted by it. But he soon remembers the Super Saiyan God and asks about it. Goku says, well, they know Super Saiyan in this red form alongside of Blue. Beerus sparks up, remembering his dream. The man, red hair? Yes, that's all. He says, show it to me. As Goku then powers up, a red aura surrounds him. As the God aura takes control, it gets bigger and bigger. As Goku then powers up in the Super Saiyan God. Beerus has a smirk on his face, saying, the Super Saiyan God, huh? Let's go. But that's where we'll leave off for today, guys. Hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. When we hit 20 likes, I'll continue on with the next part. And also, make sure to hit the bell to be notified when I upload. And what do you think is going to happen? Leave your comment suggestions down below, letting me know what you think. And make sure to get ready for the next part. But for now, I'll see you in the next one.